Hey guys, this is Be Thou My Vision. We'll be doing this one in D formations. As with any D formations, you can use your capo and set it anywhere on the fretboard and still use D formations to change the key. Let's get into it. So for Be Thou My Vision, two things I want to point out. The intro is also an interlude. So in between verses, you can just stay on a D chord. I choose a D2 and drop out the third, so mine sounds like that instead of... And what you can do with that is you can add something to it just during those interludes. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, and then Be Thou. So that can be the way that you transition from intro into verse or from one verse to another. Give it a little bit of space and just stay on that D chord. In the verse, we use a few different chords. I'm going to show you my variations on them. They're just a little easier for making transitions between them. So starting with the D chord, like I said, I drop the third, so we're playing a D2. I do wrap my thumb to mute some of the strings. If you just want to do that with your strumming hand, that's fine too. And then for the A chord, or the 5 chord, I do an A sus. So this way I can keep my ring finger in the same position, move my index finger and my middle finger over, and then I have an A sus. And that's really useful because it doesn't involve as much changing of the fingers. And then for a D over F sharp, anytime you see that D with a slash next to it and another letter, or any letter with a slash on another letter, it just means that it's a chord with a different root. You don't have to play the different root if you don't want to. So for a D over F sharp, you can just play a D. Or if you want to add the F sharp, you can wrap a thumb and... Or if you're really good with your pinky or your middle finger, you can put that there as well. So again, I'm just going to leave the F sharp out, and we're just going to do a D there to make it simple. For the 4 chord or the G chord, I'll be playing this version of a G. This keeps my fingers from the D2, so my index finger and my ring finger are still there, and I bring over my middle finger to play that G, and I drop my pinky onto the G on the high E string. So this gives me... You can play it with or without your middle finger, or with or without your index finger, but it's still a G, which is really useful to keep fingers from moving a little less, or to keep fingers moving a little less. So then you've got a B minor, and that's going to be, you take your D2, you jump your index finger over here and drop your middle finger where your index finger used to be. And again, this helps to kind of anchor your ring finger so that you're never moving around too much. So that's going to be your B minor or your 6 minor. So that's most of the chords for the verse. There is one other chord, and it's probably the most difficult chord in the verse, because even for me, I've got to move from all my positions that I've just shown you to play it, and that is the 3 minor, or what's known as an F sharp minor. So an F sharp minor, what I'll do is I'll just put these 2 fingers here, and I'll put my thumb here, and that gives me an F sharp minor. You can also do that. It's a little bit more difficult. It definitely moves the fingers out, but there's a couple of different ways that you can do that. That's the 2 ways that I know. If you want, you can also just play a D there. That is okay. It will sound fine. So just to go over the verse chords again, and I'll actually play them with the verse. I'll talk through them and play them with the verse just now. So we start with just that D2. And I'm just using downstrokes on each quarter note. And then to the A. Then we go to a G, A sus, B minor, back to D, to G, D, B minor, G, A sus, and D. Then I do this little variation. And that's it. So let's do the song.